welcome. We are live. Right on time. Ola jumped on. If you're watching this, like, share, subscribe. Like you can see, the title of the pod is If City Can End Liverpool's or if end City's title challenge. I think that's what I call it. If Liverpool can end City's unbeaten run. Sorry, that's what the title of the pod was. Welcome everyone. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. Footy Fantasy on YouTube, Twitter. Let me introduce the guests. I'll start to my right. Ray, thanks for joining. It's been a while. This is first time in like a couple of years.
Yeah, maybe first time in 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years.
Well, actually, this is the first time I'm joining the podcast. Yeah.
Live. Yes, it's like going live. I think the last time you came was when we used to record on Zoom. That's true.
Yeah. I think I did one last year though. But
oh, you did?
Yeah. I don't think it's 2 years.
Oh,
yeah,
it's not 2 years.
I did one last year. Or early this year.
Okay. Next on, Dada, Chelsea fan. Thanks for joining.
Glad to be here.
Potter hype also. Potter hype man. He's the biggest Potter hype man.
The biggest Todd Bowley fan.
Bowley P.
Ola, Liverpool fan, is in good mood. He has Liverpool shirt on. No ski today. They were able to scrape a win today, but a win is a win, regardless.
W is W. 3 points is 3 points. Please. Let me drink my Pepsi. Peace.
Comments are coming in present. It's a star-studded Sunday lineup. Well, Facebook user, put your name. If you're commenting through the group, it's hard to know who you are, but leave us your name. Well, thanks for the comments. Let's jump right in. Let's jump right into the big one that we just saw. I guess we'll start with you, Ola, Liverpool fan. What key talking points? How did you see this game go? Your opinion?
Actually, I'm struggling to hear your audio, Ayo, so I didn't get that question. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Dada and Ray, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
I can hear you, okay?
Okay.
It sounds a bit different, but you go again.
Okay. I was saying, what do you think about the game, Ola? How did the game go?
Oh, the game today. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised we raised our game for that match. It's City. They don't have a great record at Anfield, to be honest. And I think maybe that plays a part. And you see memes already flying around of Pep shouting, "This is Anfield," after they disallowed the goal. And I think that plays a part. There's just that weirdness when they come and play at Anfield. Like, I don't know. It's just maybe a psychological barrier. They've won only once in like 20 games at Anfield. And when they won, it was an empty Anfield. It was when the pandemic was on, there were no fans. That's the only time City have won at Anfield in like over 20 games, or it's even 20 years that Sky Sports were saying. So there's something going on there. So I thought maybe we'll get a draw, because I thought, okay, maybe City at least will score, because I just didn't see us keeping a clean sheet. I felt Haaland will not score, so I didn't even captain him. For some reason, I just Haaland probably won't score in this game, so I didn't captain him. But it was a evenly balanced game overall. There were some tweaks, because we'll start from right back. I think we offered Milner a lot more protection in this game. The last time Milner played right back against Foden skinned him all game. Like, Milner was even lucky not to get a red card. That was in the 2-2 draw last season. Milner was lucky at Anfield not to get a red card, because Foden was just on fire that day. But today I see Abby Elliott was dropping back to help Milner. So that really negated a big part of City's plan, because Foden has been on fire. And with Foden not being able to supply Haaland as much, and then De Bruyne was wide. He was more wide than I thought he would be. So that's probably helped us also. And then, of course, we just knew that with our pacing behind, we could play long balls. And you see, I'm sure we played a lot of long balls in that match. And the goal came from long ball. It was just Alisson long ball and then one-on-one. And Cancelo, I think he's getting away with people not calling him out. Because Salah really just, if that was Trent Alexander-Arnold, the whole world would be putting up gifs and memes. And Cancelo has been getting lucky with, I think even, what's her name? Our City fan, she has mentioned it before that Cancelo is a bit dodgy defensively. And I think people don't test him enough, of course, because City have the ball all the time. So he doesn't get tested defensively enough. And the way Salah just brushed him off was just so easy. And after that goal, I just thought, yeah, we deserve to hold on to it. Probably should have scored a couple more goals. City also had good chances. They will always create chances. But I just felt overall Liverpool probably deserved that result. I know they're going to be talking about controversies. Oh, they disallowed their goal. But the move that led to that goal was the goal kick, which should have been a corner kick. That's the one Salah played, and the goalkeeper pushed it out. And they said goal kick. And then they played the goal kick, and then they scored. And then now they're shouting, why are you not talking about the goal kick that was supposed to be a corner kick? And actually, Fabinho was fouled. He pulled the shirt. So they can't be crying too much about that, to be honest. Happy with the 3 points, but man, I look at that table, I'm looking up at that table, I'm saying Arsenal there, man. What? 14 points ahead, or what are they ahead? 16 points ahead of Liverpool. Man, what's happening? I can't believe it. So yeah, that's for me. That's a worry. I just want top 4 this season, and I remember I said at the beginning of the season Liverpool will do well to finish 3rd. I had Liverpool as 3rd. I didn't see a title challenge, and I still don't see a title challenge.
Okay, good point. Good point.
I think Liverpool is gonna finish top 4. Because they have, the way I see Liverpool system, they're very sustainable, right? I mean, over the course of these 7 years that Klopp has been with the club, he has a system that even when he has several players injured, they're still going to produce, they're still going to play their pattern, they're still going to play their identity football, right? The football that they are known with. So I believe they're still going to find their way into the top 4. So for this game, it was more like a game of 2 halves. Just alluding to what Ola was saying earlier, Milner had a lot of support, but in the first half, Liverpool created a lot of chances. They had a lot of an upper hand in the game, in the sense that they started off with a 4-2-3-1, right? So Fabinho and Thiago in the middle, and you had the front 4 was Salah, Harvey, Firmino, and Jota. And if you notice, Pep dropped Bernardo a little behind, right?
Mm-hmm.
To kind of contain that, I think it was Salah, Firmino, Harvey triangle. And Bernardo was just like pressed a whole lot. And I think that was the main reason why in the second half he had to make that tweak in formation to bring Bernardo in an advanced position. And it was just like a formation tweak. So Klopp moved it from 4-2-3-1 to 4-3-3 and brought back Harvey, and then Pep switched it from 4-3-3 to like 4-2-3-1. And I think City started coming back in the second half. They created a lot of chances, leading to the goal that was disqualified. But I think all in all, Liverpool deserved to win. What's his name? Yours CB central defender was the man of the match, but I think Salah deserved the man of the match because he was like the main outlet for Liverpool going forward. Even though he missed one big chance, which Ederson just slightly parried away, but he was the main outlet. Jota was kind of literally like absent, Firmino contributed a little, but was taken out in the second half. So Salah to me was the man of the match for that game. But VVD also deserves a call out, a big shout out, and also the defender. I keep forgetting his name. Gomez, yeah.
Gomez was good today. Okay. Before we go to data for quick thoughts, I think this is Dr. Saka say I'm the meme. I figured that's him. Don't know why Facebook got blinded by my shiny head. Oh, Lingers. This is Linger drunk at the bar. We know That I know you are the bad linger. That's why we didn't get you on. That anything to add? Who do you think about the game?
Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch the game. I had some family stuff I was working on. But just to Ola's point, to be honest, and I think I've told Aya this, I did not expect Liverpool to finish top four. And I'm still standing by that prediction. But, there's just something about, I think in the past 4 years, Liverpool and City, even though they're not traditional rivals, there's this rivalry going on. And it's almost like a derby match where form goes out the window. So, I'm not going to jump in here and say, oh, this game is going to change my mind of what I think Liverpool or City will perform this season. I think City is still on track to win the league. And I still do believe that Liverpool is still going to fall out of top four. Just due to, injuries, the way they're playing and the gap they have. So, it's like derby matches, rivalry matches, results can go either way. And this is just one of those games that I felt like Liverpool was very up for it. And City, due to their record at Anfield, were maybe respectful of Liverpool. But from what folks are saying online, it seemed like that game could have gone either way. So, yeah, that's my take. I haven't now watched the game, but I'm still sticking to my prediction of Liverpool falling out of top four and City winning the league. And this game is just a bleep in the matrix, or a glitch in the matrix.
Okay, big call. I think my extra thoughts about today's game was, I think going to City, I think Pep, I don't know why he didn't make a change. He should have made a change. He just played everybody, and his first sub was 89 minutes. I think that's kind of weird. When you have Grealish, you have Mahrez, you have game changers on the bench. Like, go for it. He waited too long. Your one go down 30 minutes. He should have made a change, I think. He now brought in Julian Alvarez at 89 minutes. And he always says, like, everybody's doing what he wants. He doesn't like to make changes. Which I get. He knows more than me, of course. But I just feel like, go for it. You have people on the bench. Change something. Bring a ball carrier. Grealish will come in. Grealish will attract players. Because he can carry the ball. Ball carrying is very important in games like this. Someone that can carry the ball, attract more Liverpool players, then he can release somebody. That's the one criticism I just have. An addition I have to this is, I thought Pep should have made a change earlier. At least bring on Grealish. Grealish is so critical. He can carry the ball. He can win fouls. He can change momentum of the game. So that's the only addition I have to this. I think you should have made.
Yeah, and the other thing, I don't
this
know
Grealish
why.
thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Ray. This Grealish thing, I would have brought Mahrez on. Mahrez causes us more problem. I don't know this Grealish thing. It feels, because I think people are just trying to give this guy credit where he doesn't deserve this credit yet. Because if you're signing that kind of player, it's not just to win fouls, man. I know last week, or was it the week before, you're like, this is why Pep bought Grealish. I think Pep doesn't trust him. If Pep trusts him, he will throw him in today. That was a big game. He should be playing in that game if he really trusts him. And he didn't even bring him on. He didn't even bring him on for 1 minute. Yeah. I think Pep is not happy with that guy. he should be doing more. Grealish should be doing more. We should not. Pep is a genius, of course, but he's not above making mistakes. And it's easy to make mistakes at City. Lance Armstrong FC, where you can just put a 100 million player on the bench who doesn't work out. It's easy to make mistakes there. That Grealish is a mistake for him, and I'll stand by it. Because if he trusted him at all, he should be seeing like 20 minutes in this game. Liverpool, there was a period in that second half, Liverpool were really on the back foot. Like City were dominating. I think around that time they scored. If he wanted to really kill off that game and he trusted Grealish, that's when he should be throwing him on. Because at that point, Milner was starting to struggle. Like Ray said, Silva went up wide and was putting pressure. He was making triangles, and Milner was at that point under big pressure. That's when bring Grealish on. If you trust him, bring Grealish on to make effect on that wing, because Milner was struggling a bit at that time. He didn't put him on. And he didn't play 1 minute. I just don't think this Grealish fella. He has nice calves. Yeah, he has big yams on his legs. He has a big bump.
Oh, man.
But man, that guy, forget about it. That's a mistake from Pep. And I still believe it's not Pep that wanted to buy that guy. I still believe so. I don't think he really wanted him. I think they just like, okay, we couldn't get Harry Kane. Let's get to the next big English talent. And I don't see it with Grealish. Sorry, I don't. I don't. Foden, for real, Foden for me is still an upgrade on Grealish. Foden, as young as he is a level above in impact, not just goals and assists now. I mean, even threat level, Foden, it was for me the scariest person to see going against James Milner today. It's just we're lucky that we had somebody who could really track back to help Milner, because Foden would have really killed Milner against today. He would have. But we just had two people doubling up on him all the time,
Yeah, fair enough. I think the final thoughts.
I think basically the tactical change that he made in the second half by bringing Bernardo in an advanced position, right, to cause like an overload on that Liverpool's right back area, Milner and Gomez. I think it was good, but I would have preferred it putting like Bernardo on the right side, because that's where he's most comfortable with. That's where he operates better from. He can cut in, he can do his slicky passes and make some fine crosses. But overall, I think he may have overthought it a little bit, just like he overthinks, in advanced stages in Champions League. So
you don't have to go there. Don't let out your vex. So don't let out your vex, please. Don't let out your vex. Don't go there.
Overall, I think Liverpool deserve to win. The other person I was going to call out for his mumuness was this your famous number 9, Nunes.
Oh yeah.
The guy has a very low IQ. Like, did you remember the 3v1 situation where he was just supposed to square the ball? He wasn't even looking up, He was just going for square the ball to Salah or the next person next to him.
But the funny thing is, Ray, that 3-on-1, he really messed it up. But then he made a more difficult pass for Trent. After that, he set up Trent. That's the annoying thing. He's erratic. That boy is still raw. The easy pass that he should have made to Salah, 3v1, he didn't do. But then 2 or 3 minutes later, he skinned their fullback, got into the box, and made the more difficult pass to Trent, who now missed the empty net. Yeah. So it's just erratic. The guy is still raw. But
even the pass he made to Trent, it was a heavy pass. The pass he made to Trent was a heavy one.
I think Trent didn't start the run early enough. I think it was a good pass. I think he didn't start the run early enough. But overall, like, that guy has 1 goal every 125 minutes. He has not played many games. Of course, he's still raw, but he's not like as bad as some people are saying he is. He has only 1 goal fewer than Gabriel Jesus. He has scored 4 goals. I can't remember how many Man United strikers have scored 4 goals this season. And they've played more minutes than Nunes.
It cost 100 million though. That's all. It
didn't cost 100 million. You know it cost 65 million. Ayo. Stop saying that 100 million. You know it cost 65 million. The add-ons is depending on if he does well and wins the Champions League, then it will cost 100 million. Even if it costs 100 million, what does it matter? Grealish cost 100 million, and you're defending Grealish. So what's that one now?
100 million. Spaceman step overs, man. Nunes is trash, Joe. That's serious. That boy is trash.
Whoever this guy is.
I think Luis Diaz would have paid you guys better if
he's injured.
Wasn't injured. Yeah. Because he's like a mirror player to like Mane. Because you guys are obviously missing Mane, even though you don't want to hear that, But Luis Diaz is like the closest thing you have to Mane. He can play. Huh?
How are we missing Mane, Ray, when we are scoring as many goals as when he wasn't there? He's missing us too. What's he doing in Bayern Munich?
You guys are in fucking 8th
What's he doing in Bayern Munich? He's missing us too, guy. I beg.
You guys were 11th before this win today. What are you talking about?
Last season we didn't even beat Man City. We had Mane and we didn't beat Man City in the league. So we went to Man U, beat them 5-0. Mane was in bench. Look, Mane is a legend. I'm not saying we don't miss him, but it's too simplistic to say Liverpool's problem is because of Mane. We are conceding too many goals. That's our problem. We concede too many goals this season.
Hold on, let's take comments. Josh, 1 second. Let me take comments. Someone says Liverpool won and Ola jumps on the stream. What a shameless man. You have no
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Maybe I tell you now, Oga Kwame says, man is a dead baller, and the Carol will share butter.
I tell them they put me on this stream. I didn't jump on. I was invited. I wasn't jumping up because we won. I was invited way before this match.
I don't like how your voice is loud. It's too loud. Your voice is too loud.
I can't hear you guys though. It must be my audio. You guys are very low on this end. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Maybe your audio.
Yeah, you're very low on this end.
You want to jump out and jump back in, Ola, and see? Do you want to jump out and jump back in? Because we can hear you.
Okay.
Jump out and jump back in. Try that. Let's jump to Chelsea. I'll let Dada kick this off.
Man, I mean, what is there to say? So what?
Did you see this game, Villa Chelsea?
Yes, I did. I watched the Villa Chelsea game, at least 85 minutes of it. My assessment really. So I mean, we're not going to dig into the past. The past is the past. We're in a new management now. I mean, I'll start off by saying I'm really happy with what Potter has done. And right now, and I think one thing I'm struggling with as a Chelsea fan is, we've been there before where we get a new manager, everything goes well. Frankly, I don't think individually, I don't think any of the players have improved at all. I think they're just the same players, but I think what's just going on is Potter is using his common sense and playing players where they should be played. So I think that's what we're reaping the benefit of that. So back to the Villa game. Honestly, this was one game that Ola, can you hear us very well?
I put it on speaker now. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Perfect. So this is one of those games that we didn't deserve a draw. We didn't even deserve a draw, let alone 3 points. Right off the gate, Villa came at us. Kepa was the man of the match for me. Maybe a second would be Mason Mount. I mean, Kepa was making some saves that was just he should not be saving. Even by Kepa standard, I mean, I won't even say by Kepa standard, by any goalkeeper standard. Right? So that was really, really good. Which then kind of goes back to, some of the boys on the forum. If that was Mendy 3 weeks ago, would have considered those chances because Mendy, as good as he is, and since he came back from AFCON, his form has been shaky, right? So I think it was one of those things where we didn't play so well, but we had a keeper that was just ready to die on it for a clean sheet. So that really, really helped us out. And another thing, too, that I've noticed with Chelsea I won't say this season, since Potter took over, is we're taking more risk in the final third, right? Players are actually, they're more attacking minded. So I think that really give us the edge today. The players were in the position that they needed to be in. And Mason Mount was not scored since May, scored 2 goals. If my memory serves me right, this is the first time in over a year that Chelsea has played 2 games that we had forward players scored all the goals consecutively in over a year. I can go back and check. This has not happened in a very long time. Either you have a defender score every other game, but this is like one of the first games that we played in over a year that you had forward players scored back to back. So that tells you what you need to know. In summary, I do feel bad for Villa because I felt like they were the better team, but luck was on our side. The challenge from Chilwell should have been a red card, or at the very least, it should have maybe gone to VAR. So we kind of got lucky there, right? But how this are the games. You need calls to go in your favor. But I do think the injury that we have is going to play a role on how we play, on how Chelsea performs going forward. Because Reece James arguably is probably the best right back in the world right now. You can make an argument for 1 or 2 other players who could be better than him. I won't fight y'all on that. But it's for sure in the top 3 right back in the world. And for you to have him not on your team at a time like this, we're going to miss Reece James, right? As a Pauletta can't cover for him because of the pace and the crossing. Cucurella, I think he could play in that position, but it's no Reece James. So we're definitely going to miss him big time. So those injuries are starting to pile up, and we'll see how we do in the next couple of games.
Okay, good point. Good points. Jory, what are
you?
Well, before you go, sorry, let me take comments. Ola, I think the person that was talking was it's Prince AY. So I'm not sure why my name isn't populating, but this Prince AY on Ola's case. Okay. He's on that stadium.
This guy should be happy that Liverpool beats City for them. These Arsenal fans are so ungrateful, man. So ungrateful.
Oga Kwame said the said Kepa went to collect soap from Zoho. That's true.
No, but Kepa was playing well before Zoro played though. So
Yeah, Kepa has been on a very good run
Run
of
of form.
good form.
Yeah.
Henry says stay strong. I don't know, stay strong. What? Can you give us more context? Okay, Joey, go ahead. What are your thoughts about the game? Villa.
Yeah, just like I was talking to you before we went live. I missed the game, so I woke up to the City game because I mean over here in the West Coast it's an early game, but I was able to catch up on the game. I've watched it up to like the 81st minute now. So basically, I just took a few notes. What I can say is that we were sloppy. You know, we were like, so since Potter took over, I think we've played like 6, 7 games. And I've seen like plus this game today, I've seen like 3 or 4 games so far. The other games are good. Like the 2 AC Milan Champions League games were perfect, But this game is like the worst we've played since he took over. And I think he did a little bit of an experiment in the first half by playing Kukurea on the left fullback.
of the back three, yeah.
Yeah. And then Chilwell on the left wing back. So I think he noticed that experiment wasn't working. And that was why he made that change early in the second half by bringing in Coley and Aspie. And he kind of replaced. So he's basically started Raheem Sterling as a wing back on the right side. And
he started Loftus-Cheek as a wing back.
It was Loftus-Cheek, yeah.
No, he started
It was
Sterling.
Loftus-Cheek. It was Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah, in the first half.
See, Loftus-Cheek and Kovacic played
No, that was
in
in the second half. In the first half, what he did
In the
was
first half,
that
it was
Loftus-Cheek and Chilwell,
Really?
yeah, as the wing back. He did that crap that Tuchel did as the wing back, and then he had a back three of Cucurella, Thiago Silva, and Chalobah as the back three, and that's why we're getting ran off on the flank. And what's his name? The Dolphin, Ashley Young, right? Ashley Young was just running amok on the wings.
Yeah.
The Dolphins.
Yeah, I thought what I saw was like 3 at the back that you just listed, and then 4 in the middle: Chilwell, RLC, Kovacic, and Raheem. And Raheem was making runs forward a lot.
Two-time Premier League winner. Please don't call him Dolphin.
So and the 3 forward were Kai, Oba, and Mount, right? And then in the second half, he made that change and pushed Raheem more advanced in a more advanced position, and then put Aspie in place of in that right wing back. And so I think it kind of helped a little bit, but still it couldn't curb the onslaught that Villa was bringing to us, right? I think we were very sloppy. All the players were sloppy except Kepa. Like that I alluded to. Kepa that's the best I've seen Kepa like since he came to Chelsea. Like the guy was
actually, you know what's funny though? It's because we reduced we had low expectations of Kepa. Kepa has had really, really good games. Yeah. Like it's weird. I just feel like, I mean, not to digress or anything, but the thing about Kepa was it was Lampard that destroyed Kepa. Like Kepa prior to when Lampard came, Kepa was really, really good. It was that season where we didn't protect our defense and Kepa just lost confidence and he never recovered. But what we're seeing now is classic Kepa.
Yeah, like there was a save that he made at point blank, like goal line save. That was around like 30th minute from Danny Ings' header. I was like, I thought that was in, and Danny Ings was even shocked that. So
even Gerrard was almost crying. Gerrard was on the floor.
So and there was one he made 3 strings of saves back to back.
I saw that. That's crazy.
So the guy.
Sorry, let
The
me
guy
take
was
comments.
basically on beast mode today, and he's the reason why we won that match. Because, like Dada said, we had no reason even getting any points from that game because we were very sloppy. Like, and we had a lot of possession at the back, like typical old Chelsea under Maurizio Sarri. Like, no threat going forward. It was only Kovacic that was like making attempts to move the ball forward. But every other player, like once they get the ball, they're looking back. I'm like, what's happening to these guys today? This wasn't like I saw them play against AC Milan, at San Siro and at Stamford Bridge. So basically, he experimented in the first half and it didn't pay. The second half, he made the changes, but still, I don't know what happened to the players today. So the most important thing for Potter to do now is to continue getting these wins, while trying to implement his philosophy, right? Because if he starts dropping points and playing ugly, then trust Chelsea fans, they're going to start calling for his head. that will be the first person.
As always. Let me take comments very quickly.
Yeah.
Henry says more like Pogba's juju man. That's what Kepa has. Okay. I know you guys didn't like Chelsea's performance today from Mugakwame, but Harry Potter is quietly plugging away at Chelsea. He's finishing off games and keeping it moving.
Yeah.
Henry says, wow, Dolphin. Yes, don't mind that. Disrespecting two-time Premier League winner. Actually young. Stop it. Well, I know they say they came on today because they won. Yeah, we know Liverpool fans came on because they won.
Ayo, clear this up. Ayo, no, I have to clear this up.
Hey,
I can't be taking this. Ayo, clear it up. Tell them. I have been on before when we lost too. So tell them this invitation was before this game, was way before this game. Tell them now. You know me, I'm not like that. Tell them.
I like the agenda to run, let the agenda run. Henry said at his prime, he was effective. Yes, Ashley Young was effective at his prime. I mean, Mings was sloppy today.
Man, let's go.
Man, like McBack.
Yeah. I'm going to say something about that Mings. Yeah, that's why Gerrard has not done a good job at Villa. But it was right to drop Mings. Mings is one of those overrated centre backs. He is. He gets away with a lot of mistakes.
You think he's overrated? You think Mings is overrated?
I don't think he's good.
I think he dropped form, though.
I don't think he's good. I don't think he's good.
You guys know why he dropped form, though? Because didn't Mings used to be the captain?
Yeah. He was stripped. He was stripped.
From the beginning of the season, where he took away captaincy from him
for good reason. For good reason. Because he had lost form. That's why they took the captaincy off him. He had lost form.
It wasn't because he lost form. It was like what I'm saying is like there was some drama where he didn't really like, from what I read though.
Yeah.
He didn't really sit down with Mings and say, "Hey, here's what's going on." He just came training one day, then took the captaincy from him. And then Mings kind of felt disrespected because, like, dude, man, I've been in this club for a while. Why would you treat me this way? That kind of thing. So, but anyways,
even before Gerrard, to be honest, even before Gerrard, I've always thought Mings was not a good defender. I think he gets by on being like I always say, passion is a passion player. He's a player that, I'm going to jump into tackles. I'm going to win this 50-50. I don't see a lot of nows. I don't see a lot of guile in his defending. Yeah, I'm not going to say intelligence because that's derogatory. Like, I just mean football game.
I mean, like football intelligence.
Yeah, exactly.
Football
exactly.
IQ, yeah.
I don't really see a lot of that from him. I see him just as a passion player. I'm going to go in with that 50-50. I'm going to jump into the tackle. And I think that even the first goal today, I don't know what he was thinking. He just headed the ball backwards. It was just terrible. It was a terrible giveaway. But to be fair, Mason Mount gambled. This is what I say about getting into goal-scoring situations. You always have to gamble and see where this defender might make a mistake. Put yourself in the maximum position to score. And Mason Mount has that. And I know this season he has started slowly, but I regretted not buying. I was going to buy him in my fantasy team because I could see it coming. Because when I watched you guys against Milan, I was like, hey, this Mason Mount is coming back. I better buy him. Then I delayed. I was like, okay, I'll buy him the next game week. And when he scored twice today, it was so painful for me. I was like, I was going to get this guy, but I could see it coming. I was like, this guy is coming back into form. And he scored 2 goals today, and fair play to him. And I just think overall, Chelsea have been, I think, the last time we came, we were talking about this Potter guy. I was saying this guy is going to be a very good manager for Chelsea because he used to cause us so many problems when Brighton played Liverpool. He was one of those managers that used to get the better of Klopp on more than a few occasions. and I can see his impact on Chelsea already. There's even okay, you might say you didn't play very well today, but you're not going to play well 38 times throughout the whole season. There's some games you're just going to dig in, get your win, move on, and that's what you guys did today. And I think Chelsea are still going to. I had them out of top 4 before you guys hired Potter, but now I think you guys might eventually, you'll be there. You'll be there in the top 4 at the end. He's good. He's a good manager.
Let's take comments. My thoughts very quickly is Chelsea players are snakes. That's my They do this every time. They will fire a manager, and all of a sudden, people that were playing nonsense, their performance jumps. They do this every time. Chelsea players are snakes.
You know what's crazy? I don't think their performance has gotten really better though.
And if you're going to respond to me, that means you don't know I'm just running agenda. I'm just doing
no. I was just saying, like, I don't even think. Sorry, I was just going to say, I don't think the players are. The only player that's really performed beyond expectation is Kepa. Like the rest of them, they're not like, they're still making the same kind of mistakes they used to make under Tuchel. The passes has not been really crisp. Like, you know what I'm saying?
In my opinion, these are games that they would have won without Tuchel. Just my personal.
That's the thing, but Ayo, that was the problem. Yeah. They were not winning them. Like,
they lost the league.
New manager bounce.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe that's what it is. But what would have put on that Tuchel this game was, as we scored that 1-0, Villa would have converted one of their chances. And in 89 minutes, they would have scored a header. And they were like, man, if and this, then that could have happened.
Well, we just talked about today's game and said Kepa was fantastic. I mean, look at the XG now. Villa I'm looking at the XG right now. Villa created, like, the XG is 1.76. Chelsea's XG is 1.10. They have more shots on target. Like, so this is one of those games.
No. Yeah, Villa should have won this game.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. And a different day, But so that was just me running agenda. My thoughts are talking about Chelsea, right? And I think we should just add the second topic about Chelsea. I had the second topic. Ooh, I did not put it on here. About the injuries. Okay, I think I'll just talk about that. I didn't. So regarding injuries, I think at some point, right, to come back to bite Chelsea, like losing Kante, losing Fofana, and losing
James.
The World Cup. That's a lot of people to go down. And my thoughts are, at some point, it's going to come back to bite Chelsea, because Chelsea still don't look convincing, in my opinion. When I watch them, they don't look convincing. It's between them and
I agree.
It's between them and Spurs. Oh, sorry, it's between them and Liverpool. Sorry, not Spurs. Between them and Liverpool, who I think is going to come for that final 4th place. I think it's going to be better than Liverpool over time. And I still am not convinced by Chelsea. And this has nothing to do with Potter. I think Potter is a very good coach. I think he was always going to make this jump at some point, whether now or when Klopp left. I think Liverpool probably had gone for him when Klopp left. So I just think Chelsea squad as a whole, and I've told that many times, and all Chelsea fans, they have big holes in their squad. They have depth, but their depth is not identical, and their depth is not experienced depth, and their depth is not proven depth. That's the most important thing I see about Chelsea. They have depth defensively, but midfield and attack, their depth is not depth that you can count on like consistently, and that's what Chelsea problems are. And I think they still lack a lot of creativity in the middle of the park, and that's why they are so over-reliant on the wings. So over time, I don't think that's sustainable, especially when you look at the league this season. Right, I like to look at the league like in isolation. I don't like to do league on like year-on-year basis. I think the league this season there's a jump in quality. You can see it.
Yeah.
There's a big jump in quality. So I think over time, Chelsea are going to like drop a lot of points by playing like games that by margins. They're going to start dropping points. But I still don't trust them to make top 4. I think they can, of course, if Liverpool continue getting injuries. Right, Liverpool lost Jota today. Liverpool players are just falling like flies. So
every single match, we're losing 1 or 2. Every single match.
Injuries is not sustainable for Liverpool. No matter how great Klopp is or their system, his quality at the end of the day, like the players are the most important factor every time. So if they keep losing quality players, there's nothing Klopp can do. They will just keep dropping points. So I think it's between them and Liverpool. I don't know who's going to be top now. It's too early, but I think Chelsea or Liverpool. That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like our fringe players, our second 11 is not so. They're not so like experienced, like just like you said. And if we keep piling up these injuries, there will come a point where we're gonna suffer, right? So right now we have Kante has a lot of mileage on him, so I think he's beginning to catch up on him right now.
Yeah.
He's put in all this work, all these years, and I think Chelsea is gonna make a good business decision by letting him leave in the summer, unless maybe they want to do something, give him another contract just to, be able to sell him. But other than that, he's gonna leave for free in the summer, and then we have Reece James. I'm so gutted for the young lad. He's gonna miss the World Cup.
Sorry, quick question. Do you think is
Yeah.
he injury prone or is he unlucky? Because every season
No,
I think
I'm starting to think he's injury prone actually.
I think that
Yeah.
last one though, there was an awkwardness to the landing.
every season they seem to pick up all these long-term injuries. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just unlucky, I think. I think it's unlucky anyway. I just wanted to ask.
I feel like unlucky would be because, correct me if I'm wrong, Great. There wasn't a contact in this one.
There wasn't a contact. It was the right foot. There was an awkward, like a little hyper extension, to the way he landed.
Like funny enough, we're gonna miss, and what's so ironic was this happened to us last season, right? We trash an Italian team, we lose a wing back, and our season just crumbles. That's what happened last season.
Him and Chilwell.
We lost Chilwell, and we just could not get back into rhythm. And I don't know why. Even every manager, like our game has been very wing back dependent. So it's kind of like we need either Chilwell or James in superb form. We need both of them in form.
You're getting Bellingham. You're getting Bellingham next season, you guys. Don't worry. You're getting Bellingham.
So like I feel like we're actually gonna miss Reece James more than we'll miss Kante. I feel like we've kind of solved the Kante problem with Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I mean, not solved. You can never solve the Kante problem. But I feel like we came to peace with, okay, if we don't have Kante, here's what we'll do. But I don't know if we have a plan B for Reece James. I don't think so.
I don't think we have a plan B right now. And, with Potter still playing the same formation as TT did, the 3-4-3. Actually, I think if he stayed a little bit longer, I think if you look at some of the buys like Kukurea is best suited for like a back four as a left winger, left defender. I think he was going to convert to a back four system. I think that's why we got some of those players, but unfortunately, he prematurely was sacked. So
no. Sorry.
He wasn't sacked because of the performance, as we know now.
Correct yourself. You said unfortunately. You mean fortunately?
Wait.
Before we begin, let me take comments. Johan said Gerrard is going to get fired soon.
That one is true.
Aura man. I remember when they telling us that he has the aura of a good coach. Get out of here.
No, remember when they told us that his one I will take over for Klopp. That if he pays for him.
I wish that happened. I wish Liverpool made that mistake. Ming is overrated, bro. Yeah. These are old comments. Do you have him at all? Dada? What's that? I don't know. Do you watch him at all? Okay. He's a young David Luiz. Yeah. Mings is Maguire with dreads. I don't think that Luiz is better than Mings, in my opinion. That's my opinion.
That one is funny.
I think David Luiz is better than Mings, in my opinion.
Of course.
Of course.
So that's what I'm saying. Elo, squad player at best. Yeah. He's injury prone. I think he's talking about Reece James. Jude is looking for who's going to make the Champions League. Yeah, of course.
But I thought Liverpool were going for Jude.
We can't afford him. We can't pay his wages, man.
They don't have the money. They don't have the money.
We might be able to buy him, but the wages he will want to take, I don't think we'll be able to pay it. And our owners, they won't break wage structure for a 19-year-old, so I've taken my mind off. We're not getting that guy.
And the next topic, Ola. That's a good way. Have Liverpool guys adjusted your expectation? Have you adjusted title charge? That was what I remember from somebody, and I'll call his name out. Bola said I can call him out. Bola came and said we're going to win the league beginning of the season.
Hey, nothing wrong with being optimistic.
You will look good then, right? You look good from last season. Almost won the quadruple. And that fell apart.
but you know me. You know what me I came in with this season. Straight from the battle off, I said straight away, there was just something off. I didn't see a title challenge at the season, so it's not even adjusting expectations in my case. I'm thinking this is around where I think we'll be, maybe a few points. You remember what I wrote in the article? I just said we'll have a late surge and then we'll still up third place. This just feels like that two seasons ago when there was the pandemic where all this nonsense was happening. This season just started. I could just feel it that this is just going to look like that season, because it's like every other game, there's injuries, then some players are coming back, then injured again. And then there was a vibe like this. Okay, we're trying to try.
Get injured a lot though.
We don't have a club doctor. We don't have a club doctor at the moment. We're trying to, the club doctor left in April, and they're still doing an interview to get a new club doctor. That shows you the shambles. That shows the shambles that's going on behind doors. So when we talk about our owners, you people think maybe we exaggerate and we're just shouting about them. They are not bad owners, but they can do better. And there are decisions they make like that you be like, how can you not have a club doctor even at this stage of the season? We don't have a permanent club doctor. The last guy left around April, and we've not hired a new one. So players just picking up injuries everywhere. And then Klopp was trying to do this new formation. He's trying to bring in Avi Elliott. There were just things I could just feel it that I don't think we are going to challenge. We should still have enough to make top 4, and we should still have enough to go deep in one of the cup competitions, very big Champions League. But at the beginning of the season, I could feel it. It's not about being pessimistic. It's just there are some seasons you just have that weird vibe, and you just know these things are not really going great. So even with the win today, it doesn't do much for us because we're still 8th. We're still like 6 points behind Chelsea, I think, in 4th or something. We're so far off Arsenal. That's why their fans are coming out to me with daggers and axe. And because they can make mouth now, because when we always smash them every season, they can't say all this stuff to me. But now they can come out with their bazooka and go on shooting, taking shots at me. But Arsenal are so far ahead, so we're not catching up with them. Man City, I doubt we'll catch up with them. So our only hope is Spurs and Chelsea. Like, okay, let's just pray one of those guys really. But Spurs are looking dangerous. Like for me, I put Spurs as second this season. But Conte, he will play terrible football, like I always say, satanic football. But that guy will just keep grabbing 3 points, man. 3 points. So Spurs, I'm not even sure we're finishing ahead of Spurs. But at the end of the day, I think we'll make top 4. I think we'll make top 4.
Even the local clinic in my father's village has a doctor.
Oh, goodness.
But Ola, do you think your slow start to this season is mainly because of injuries? Because I don't think, like, the first few games you had this season, I don't think injuries played a part.
We played against Man U with James Milner and Avi Elliott in midfield, because we had like 3 midfielders out injured at that time. Ox was out, Naby Keita was out, Henderson was out.
Is Ox a starter?
But no, that's options that even Curtis Jones was out. When we say injuries, we mean even the backup, like Thiago. Yeah. Thiago gets injured a lot, so we need a backup. That's why. Who did we go, look how bad it was, Ray? So we have been shouting, we need midfielder. We need even Klopp. For once, Klopp that doesn't really abuse the owners. He codedly came out and like, I wish they invest more. So midfield was already a problem going into the season. Then Henderson now got injured. At the last minute, they now went to loan one guy from Otto. They went to loan him from Juventus. And this guy is even more injury prone than the players that we have. So this guy is injured now for 4 months. So that's how useless the planning has been. And they keep saying, they want Bellingham. They're putting all their eggs in the basket for Bellingham. Forget that thing, man. Bellingham is not coming to Liverpool. Bigger sharks are going to take him. They are going to take him because we can't pay him. We can't. So we should just leave that side. Let's just focus on what we have, So injuries are not no. Don't get me wrong. It's not the only excuse. Klopp himself has made mistakes this season. Some of the players have been off. Van Dijk has been terrible until recently. Salah just woke up. Salah just woke up like last week. So people have been having poor seasons. So it's not like it's only injuries, but it's a big factor. Yeah.
But I think Klopp has, just like I said earlier. Sorry.
No, I say league manager of the year hype. I remember.
Leave that thing. Don't beg. Don't be sipping on Pepsi. Pepsi, they all know, they're all conquering. Don't be sipping on Pepsi.
They hype, He has to spend money. Spend 100 million waste. It's just there.
Why are you calling him waste now? Why are you calling him waste? This guy's not a waste. Yeah, let him be wasted first before you call him waste.
Is it Nunes? Are you talking about Nunes?
Yeah, now we Nunes, man.
These United fans are just salty. You guys
don't-
wanted him. They wanted to buy him, you know. They wanted
I
to buy
don't really
him.
trust. I don't really
Rumors,
trust
there was
Nunes.
rumors.
Like, just like I said, like, he doesn't have like that high IQ, you know, of a world class striker. Like the examples, like what happened today, you know. I think apart from the 3v1 situation, and like I think there was another 2v1 that he was supposed to square the ball, right?
He squared it. He said that's the one for
Yeah.
Trent.
But I think
Oh, is that
Cavallo
the
was
one
the
for?
option, though. The better pass was Fabio Cavallo. He was open. That was the better pass, but he took it to Trent.
Yeah,
Like what?
Yeah, but the thing
exactly.
is, Caballo had a defender in front of him, so Trent was making a late run, and if Trent connected with it, that was an open goal. It's just that Trent got there a bit slower. So it's not even that. Why are we even analyzing passing? Is he not a striker? That guy is scoring. He's scoring one goal every 120 minutes. That's not too bad. You know, it's not like he's playing every match. And people just want to write him off. But I know that's how it's going to be. I said to Jola the last time I was here, I said this guy is a new Lukaku. Because Lukaku will be banging goals. No, not Lukaku as in quality-wise. I mean throw-wise, throw banter-wise. Because this guy, he will score goals and people say, he didn't control the ball well. He passed the ball out into the touchline. That's what people will be doing. So me, I've made peace with it. Because I saw people even trolling. After he scored in the Champions League just a few days, people are still throwing him. They're still trolling him. So I just like, okay, it's going to be like Lukaku that way, where Lukaku was banging goals and people will always be trolling him. They just don't. Yeah. It's not. It's just the way it is.
His step over that dangerous. That's what I know.
Yeah, I still believe. Yeah, I still believe that Liverpool will get into the top 4 because I think Klopp.
Because is their right, Abby?
Huh?
I said because it's their right, Abby. They'll get into top 4.
No, not really.
Right. What's Arsenal doing?
So Liverpool's brand of football is good, like, right? Is scalable, right? Right now, I think what is not going well for them is like just like you mentioned earlier, like a few of your players have been out of form. They've had a slow start to the season, like BVD. What's that comment?
I told him. I said.
So like a few of your players have been out of form, and you guys are suffering from injuries. But I think Klopp knows how to manage the injury situations well, better than any other coach in the league. So, and for that reason, and as a Chelsea fan, I know we're doing better now under Potter. Whether it's new manager bounce or whatever you want to call it, but I haven't seen his identity on the team, right? So I don't know if this string of if this winning streak we're getting, how sustainable or how far it's gonna go.
Wait, sorry, Potter's identity.
Yeah, like
his
philosophy.
Potter identity is simple. It's very simple. Go and win games. Don't play boring football and don't put your fans to sleep. That's it. Like, but
today was. I haven't seen any. I think you were the one that mentioned it earlier. Was it AY? I haven't seen any clear improvement.
But you see 15 points.
Dada said
it. No, I agree with you. No,
it was Dada, right?
Your legs, Ray. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so and so for that reason, I don't know how long we're gonna continue like this, if we can sustain it. And with the World Cup coming, we don't know how injuries will play a part, load management and all that. So for that reason, I think the league is still young, right? It's still early. So Liverpool is just 6 points from top 4 from Chelsea right now. So I believe they're still gonna fight to get into it. Either
Ray,
Chelsea or
Ray, you bring up a good point though.
Yeah.
My honest view is, however, if the gap now between World Cup is over 10 points, I'd say maybe, not even over 15, then maybe forget it. But I feel like post World Cup, nobody knows what's gonna happen. I got this very sneaky feeling that post World Cup, and I know you guys know I troll a lot though. Should Arsenal remain top before we go to World Cup, then they could probably win the league. Because after the World Cup, no one knows what the world is going to look like. Like, we could come back from the World Cup, and I know people are banking on Haaland resting. Sometimes, if you go a long time without playing games, it can have an adverse effect. We can come back and like 50% of the team is just wiped out from injury. And another thing that we're even missing outside of injury is post-World Cup high. You know how some players come back and let's say they win the World Cup and they just go through this whole mental state, which I think happened to Mendy. This mental state of, man, I just won the World Cup, and they get unmotivated. That can also happen too. So I think like post-World Cup, man, no one knows what the world will look like, man. It's going to be like that pandemic season. Right. Like whatever goes will go. Yeah.
But quality will always rise to the top, in my opinion. Anyway.
True. But what will happen is the World Cup can like normalize teams to where, like, if you have a lot of quality, if you lose a lot of those qualities, then what? So imagine an Arsenal team without Saka, Odegaard, and Jesus, right? Or maybe a City team without Haaland and De Bruyne. Yeah, they might be great. They might have quality. All of a sudden, they've lost what gives them an edge. And imagine, I mean, maybe Chelsea will come back and Kante is now fit, Rich James is fit, all our players are in. Man, you've changed the dynamics of the season. So,
happened during the pandemic. United were 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
We came back, Pogba, Martial, Rashford, all fit, and we went on that run, and we went from 6th, and we made like 10 points on Leicester. I remember, and we came 3rd.
Yeah.
So yeah, it can happen.
Let me second. But in a second, you finished that season, I think.
Third. Pandemic. The first.
Pandemic.
Yeah.
Okay.
The second year that we came second. His step overs are dangerous. Be like saying the goal space. NASA FC. He knows how to give hugs to get wins. I feel like that's what's her name? Linger. He go shock soon. Next 3 games, Liverpool is dropping 4 points. Wow. Okay. That I don't say could just say to chest so that they can come for you and Arsenal fans together. Which Arsenal is doing in the league now.
Man, I was the first person. I was the only person that predicted this Arsenal's astronomical rise.
Tongue in cheek.
Not tongue in cheek. Actually, not tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
Let's do midweek game predictions. So there are midweek games predictions. I like to do this from time to time. Brentford versus Chelsea. Ray,
who is home?
Brentford.
We're playing Brentford at home.
Brentford is in a good form recently.
They're going away, Dada, to be clear. Chelsea's going to Brentford.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're playing Brentford at their home.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right. At home.
Yeah. My prediction, with the way, I don't know if the way we played today is going to have any bearing on midweek's game. And coupled with the fact that Brentford has been on a good form lately, if I'm correct. I haven't seen their games, but I follow the results, and they've had a good run lately. So, and we're playing at Brentford, right? So, my prediction is going to be a draw, maybe 2-2.
Dada?
Yeah. And which other game?
I can see us. Yeah, I agree with Ray. So the way I kind of look at this thing, like statistically, we played 5 games. Out of those 5 games, maybe 2 games we deserve to win, 3 games we deserve to win. I feel like our luck is gonna run out. I do see a draw in this game, either like a 1-1 draw or 2-2 draw. I agree. I feel like we're due a correction because we've also had like 4 clean sheets in a row. I mean, yeah, we're good, but we're not like that good. So I feel like this game would be the correction. That's my guess.
Someone said Chelsea beating Brentford. Okay, Ola.
I'm really shocked. I'm really shocked at this pessimism from Chelsea fans. I would have thought, honestly, I really think you guys are doing well. Like you just said, 4 clean sheets in a row. Like Liverpool, we've not had this clean sheet today is our first clean sheet since when? Since last season.
Liverpool now.
Yeah, but what I mean is like you guys, you're in a good run. You're winning games. You're keeping clean sheets, and you're still this pessimistic. What do you want people like me to be?
But like you guys are in the
mid-table mediocrity.
Yeah, you guys are in the bottom, so you need optimism. You need all the optimism you can get.
But let me just correct something. Brentford are in a good run of form. Brentford before the last 4 games.
Uh-huh.
They lost 3-0 at home to Arsenal. Then they lost 5-1 away to Newcastle. And it's only that, I think they've won only 1 game in the last 4. So Chelsea are beating them.
Then
Chelsea,
I correct my prediction. Then I
they're in a
thought
bad run of form.
I
No,
didn't
it's
know.
just not of mine. You know what you forget?
Ray,
Brentford is there's a derby, man.
What?
There's a derby.
This guy flip flopping with
Oh
this.
yeah.
Ray.
Yeah, I Ray now. Come on, Ray now the king of flip
No,
flop.
for some reason, maybe I
Father
misremember.
Abraham.
I think I misremember. I thought they've been winning games recently.
No,
So
No,
they
they
even
have
drew
not
with
been winning
Bournemouth.
games. No.
They drew 0-0 with Bournemouth at home.
Yeah,
So,
they've not been
So
winning games.
I think Chelsea is gonna get the win, but again, like the way we
No,
played today.
Don't do this. Just give me a score prediction. You have analyzing this thing. Just score prediction. Let's move on.
Okay.
Score prediction, Ray. You're changing your score. Okay, what's the new one now?
Oh, okay. It's gonna be 2-1 Chelsea.
Okay, Ola, what you
I convinced him. You see, I did a good job. I gave you optimism, Ray. I gave you optimism.
Yeah.
Chelsea are winning that match. Chelsea are winning that match 2-0.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's a 1-1. I'll go with that. I think it's a 1-1. Next one is Liverpool West Ham. Ola, this is your team. Anfield.
Yeah, West Ham, David Moyes, the chosen one, is rolling up at Anfield, where he has a terrible record. And I think we're beating them. It's not going to be like a smashing, maybe just 2-1. I think we'll beat them 2-1. It's good to have Trent back. I know, it's not had a great season, but I don't want to be seeing James Milner as right back forever, even though he did a good job today. So Trent is back. So we need that creativity from that side. That's why we miss Trent. Not the defensive. The defensive game, that's by the by, but we need that creativity from that side because Salah is looking back in form. And when Trent and Salah connect well, it's goals. So we beat them. We beat West Ham 2-1.
Shout out to Klopp though for for creating that fake injury that they told
it
us.
Was not fake. Did you see? He saw it was not fake.
After he sprayed 2 to 3 weeks. All of a sudden, my man came on.
But you saw it. It was a very bad tackle.
So is it gonna go to World Cup now?
2 to 3 weeks. Thought to like someone coming up off the sub bench. I said, I thought it was out for 2 to 3 weeks. Klopp, I see you there. I see you.
He wasn't fit enough to start. He might not even start on Wednesday. I don't think he's going to start the next game either. That injury was bad. He was just lucky. The guy really messed his ankle up. He was just lucky he didn't break it.
I said it was a sprain. Brentford has been collecting back and forth. They say really flip flop, pass back, room slippers.
Oh man.
Sorry, I give you 2-1 Liverpool. Okay, Ray.
I mean, I was operating with the information that was,
That's fine.
Okay.
Bezian.
Liverpool and West Ham, please. Let's give. Hopefully, you can stick with this one. You're operating this information. Liverpool West Ham. Yeah, it's playing. Should I give you the full lineup so you can give us prediction?
West Ham lost today, Abby. I think West Ham lost today. Yeah. Yesterday. Did they draw today? Oh, okay.
Yeah, 1-1 with Southampton. They drew 1-1. Ray, give quickly. Ray, we're going to rush through this.
So who is
Liverpool,
home? Who is home?
Liverpool.
Anfield or Liverpool is gonna win. I believe like coming off of this win against City. And that Anfield atmosphere is mad. So I want to predict a Liverpool win of 3-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Sorry, 2-0 Liverpool. Yeah, West Ham. Man, guys, what happened to West Ham this season, man?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
Slow start. They had a slow start too, yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
there's no way. As bad as Liverpool is, man, there's just something about playing them at Anfield, man.
Yeah.
It's extra 12th man. I'm going to go with 2-1. Liverpool are losing players by injury, so if everybody was fit, I would have said, I need one. People are falling like flies, but 2-1 to Liverpool. Last one I'll start since it's a United game. My United Spurs.
I like how you just said,
I just thought about it. I look at the problems we have. I thought about the game Wednesday. I'm going to do like
United
Ray.
versus.
I'm going to do like Ray and say and start putting condition state and conditional. If X and Y is B, then B is equal to C. So if Marshall is picked and starts the game, we are going to win 2-1. This is at Old Trafford. If Marshall doesn't play, I see a 1-1 draw. So that's my condition. At least one conditional statement. So Marshall is
What about Rashford now? Rashford is
Marshall is the glue, man. Marshall is
So is it United versus?
How about missing Greenwood? If he goes back to jail.
We don't talk about it. That's what we call him. We don't talk about that.
You know, I have to say one thing though. Credit to United, the way they handled that. I mean, I don't know what happened prior to where he was arrested, but the swiftness in which they erased that guy's name from all the club materials and anything related to the club was like you know what I'm saying? Like you almost forget that guy existed. Because when I saw the news, I was like, missing Greenwood. Man, that name sounds familiar. Oh, wait, this guy used to play for United, right? Same thing City did with Mendy. Yeah. Like, you kind of just forget, like, those players existed. So,
the evidence is really, like, the evidence was really heavy. Like, very, very substantial evidence. It's a tape. Like, missing Greenwood tape.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's why.
Anyways, yeah.
Is it United versus who?
Spurs.
Then
it was water. Wow.
Who is home? Who is home?
United at home.
United.
But you know, Ray,
I think United will win.
But Ray, United at home, their home form is not really an indicator of how they'll perform, Sha.
Yeah.
I feel like the way United is set up, they tend to do better away in some of these games than at home. So
big games. This season we've done well, right? At home, beating Arsenal at home, we've beaten Liverpool.
Yeah, big games. United used to bring out their chest.
Small teams at home, we always like today. Like we draw points, right? It's the small teams we always struggle against at home, which has been the good.
Yeah.
Oga Kwame said Spurs win 3-1. Wow.
I think United wins.
Okay.
3-1.
Yeah. I think it'll be a draw. 1-1. Maybe it'll be a tight game because Conte now. He's not coming there to come and be playing expansive football. You know, that guy is coming there to like keep things tight. Long ball to Harrison. That's what they call them, Harrison. Both of them.
What should he do though? If you're a Conte,
no, I don't blame him.
You have him, right? Yeah.
Oh,
so then to Ayo though, tactically, how's that game gonna shake out? So you got United, who their tactic this season is more of kind of this counter-pressing game. You got Spurs who are not going to take the game to you. So what do you foresee from a tactical perspective? How's that going to – I mean, was it just going to – you guys will leave the ball in the middle and everyone –
No, Eriksen. I think Eriksen will be crucial. Ayo will be able to answer better. But I think this kind of game, Eriksen has to be very crucial because Spurs are going to block off that center. That middle of the park, they're just clogging it up. They want to push you wide so that you go wide to the wing back so where they can. But I just don't think Spurs have enough creativity to damage United too much. It's only on the break. So this way Ayo will have the right answer. Would you want to play Martinez, who is quick, so that if Son is running, at least Martinez can keep up with him? Or Varane? I don't know if Varane is fit. Because it depends on who your centre-back pairing is.
Martinez plays regardless. He plays every game. Martinez has played every game this season. So it's Martinez and Varane played today.
Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah,
Martinez and Varane that will start for sure, 100%. Lindelof will probably play Europa. Yeah, Eriksen is key. That's true. I forgot about Eriksen. I think Eriksen, Marshall, if they are fit, I think we'll win. Just because, I think Spurs will sit back too much, and they will make mistakes. So mine is 2-1. Ola, you said draw. Dada said, what did you predict, Dada?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I didn't give a prediction yet. I think Man United Spurs, I see a draw in that game. I don't see anything past a draw. Yeah. I don't see anything past a draw.
So is Ronaldo going to start the game since Martial is injured? What do you think?
Martial might be back for Wednesday. That's the plan. He should have played today, I think, but they just waited a little bit. I think Martial will be back for the Wednesday game. But if he's not back, we'll play him again now. CR700.
But Martial picks up. What was the injury with Martial again? Is it hamstring or what? He picks up a lot of muscle injury. Oh, back. Wow. That guy picks up weird injuries, man.
What was he doing with his back? Marcia?
What did he do with his back?
Okay, kudos. Final section. Kudos and donkey of the week. I'll start with my kudos of the week. My kudos goes to, I think, Joe Gomez should get one. He did very well today, in my opinion. It was very good today. Joe Gomez had an exceptional game. He gets one of my kudos of the week. For donkey, I'll think about that one. Who wants to go for kudos of the week?
I'll go for Kepa.
Okay.
I mean, has the best game of his life today. Like within
Of
the
his
first
life,
30.
bro.
No, like
You guys
no,
acting like
like
Kepa just started goalkeeping.
no,
Ah.
seriously. Like
Imagine.
this is the best I've seen Kepa in a Chelsea shirt. Like
It's because you are forgotten now. You guys just act like it's like really.
no, this
But
guy,
that's
this
like,
dude made like
like,
6
as
saves
well.
first 30
He
minutes.
did
First
well. But
30
what I'm saying
minutes.
is like folks be acting like Kepa just came from Division 3.
No.
This was like some
He's the most
point.
expensive goalkeeper in the world, you know.
That's
He's
what
the
I'm
most
about to
expensive
say.
goalkeeper.
This is
But
short-term memory.
That's
for
his
real.
opinion, though, right?
What-
He's an opinion now. That's Ray's opinion now. That's the best he has seen in Chelsea jersey. That can be fair now.
But what I'm saying,
Yeah.
so let me tell you something. Sorry, Ray. The thing is, like, I was making the same mistake. I was like, man, Kepa, this is the bet. And I went back and I sat down and I thought about it. No. Remember when we won Europa now? Kepa was our goalie.
But you guys, Arsenal are not peppering you now. It's not like you deserve to be the Arsenal in that game now. That was not like.
No, I'm just saying, like, you think of his run, of how he's played.
Like,
It was
it's
the
just
goalie
like-
under Sarri.
Yeah, it was.
It's just like that player is like
Remember
he
that.
single-handedly saved the game. That's what I'm talking about. It's just
Okay.
like the way Courtois made many saves in the Champions League final, Real Madrid, right? You just know that the guy was a hero for that game. So, like the first 30 minutes, like this dude, like I was counting the saves like 6, and for the duration of the entire game, I'm sure it's more than 10 saves,
Is this
or
comment-
maybe at least 10.
Comment that's making us laugh. Don't mind us, Josh. Sorry. Keep it.
Oh, okay.
They could
So
have-
yeah, Kepa.
This guy is so useless. Then I sent him on vacation and he came back without attacking any police officer. Great performance.
But you need to do a separate podcast on Maguire and why he's so bad.
Yeah, Maguire is the worst, man. So Kepa for me. For the donkey of the week, I didn't watch enough games this week to have my pick. I've only seen like 2 Premier League games this week, the Chelsea game and the City game. So if I'm to pick the worst out of that, I don't know.
You don't have to. If you don't have donkey, that's fine. You don't have to.
Yeah, I don't have. Yeah.
Ola, do you have one? Kudos and
Okay.
donkey.
I'll give it to Grandpa James Milner. Still hustling, doing the Lord's work at age 37. And I have to eat humble pie because not just me, a lot of Liverpool fans, when we heard Konate was injured before this match, we were like, Milner is going to play right back. God have mercy. All of us were panicking like, Milner, Foden is going to undress him. But Milner stepped up today. Did well.
How old is Milner? Isn't he like 45?
37. I think he's 37, yeah. He's almost double the age of Foden. Like imagine he's still playing at that stage. But yeah, I just have to eat humble pie and just give him kudos because that place was always going to be our weak spot. Even normally on the normal day, that's our right hand side is always our weakest spot. So he did well, managed to shut the game down with some help from Abi Elliott. So that's my kudos. Donkey of the week, 419 FC, Barcelona. 419 FC with all their levers, pulling liver up and down. In the Champions League, they pulled liver. Now they're going to Europa. El Clasico today, they're pulling liver, still chopped L. 3-1 defeat. I don't know how a club like this are feeling they can get away with it. And what even pissed me off the most, did you see what they did with the Drake t-shirts? The Drake,
Yeah.
That's not bad, bro. But that's not bad. Why are people not
Come on, leave that thing out of football. Leave that thing out of football. Leave it out of football.
Why? No, wait. Sorry to like dive into this one. So you can ask Ayo. Nobody hates Barcelona more than me. in this 4 of us. Maybe Ray comes second. I hate
Are you
Barcelona.
sure?
Maybe,
Are you sure?
maybe I'm second to Ray. Maybe I'm second to Ray. But anyways, for me, I've always felt like it's not bad publicity. Like Drake, I mean, however you feel about Drake, Drake is one of the greatest artists in the world. For you to have that kind of publicity and advertisements, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Does Barcelona need more publicity though? I think it's just a money grab. Well, fair play to them. They need the money. They need the money.
They need the money, right? So
they need the money.
They need the money. Yeah.
But the thing is, they're taking the money already. Spotify have given them the money already. So it's just like Spotify is Armstronging them. I like, you guys, you have to put Drake on your top because you have 50 billion streams. Please, come on. That's what happens when you just sell your soul. Basically, that's why I'm yabbing them, because they've sold their soul, and Spotify can tell them to do anything. Spotify can say tomorrow, yeah, put Wiz Khalifa on your on your back.
But like you not bring up a good point though. Like Barcelona, they're in such financial dire that they're going to be making advertising calls that they should not be made. Actually, you do that. That's a good point though. Because I mean, other clubs will be like, "No, we don't want to do this." But you're right, Barcelona, they need the money so bad.
They have no choice. Barcelona, do you know Barcelona before? That's why they call them more than a club. They used to give themselves slogan more than a club because they didn't have any sponsors on their shirts. They used to have UNICEF. Before, they didn't used to take money from sponsors, but now because they are so badly run and they need the money, they are doing anything. They're doing anything. So they're donkeys of the week for losing and for selling out so much that they have to start putting Drake on their top. Proper donkey of the week. Barcelona FC, 419 FC.
Someone said kudos to Arsenal team. Fair enough. Still going on strong. Are you able to name their stadium to include Spotify's name, or am I wrong?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. And they're renaming their stadium too.
Dada, do you have one to end?
Man, you guys have some really good ones. That's almost making me change mine. I think kudos for me. Okay, sorry, I'm going to do two if you don't mind. Kudos to Kepa though. Kepa had a fantastic game, and in recent times, this is like one of his best games in the Chelsea shirt. Fantastic to him. But another kudos, though, I know Champions League has passed, is Inter Milan. Even though they didn't get the win, the fact that they were able to, I mean, for all intents and purposes, Barcelona is in the Europa League because they're not going to come over. I thought they did well. And also, too, kudos to Arsenal. But anyway, that's what I'm going to say.
Say it with your chest.
Say it. But Donkey of the Week, in my opinion, Donkey of the Week for me is Barcelona. I totally agree with Ola. It's kind of like they came out, they made all these horrible financial decisions. They had a huge gamble that they thought was going to pay out, and now it's not paying out. And actually, prior to today, I thought they were on track to win the league, but they're actually maybe 3 or 4 points behind. I mean, they can still win it. I mean, it's a very, very long season. That would be my Donkey of the Week as well.
I mean, that Inter player that was supposed to pass and didn't pass. Who was that?
Yeah.
I don't remember the name.
I don't remember the name, but I remember that
the ball.
Like towards the end of the game, right?
Yeah, against Inter.
I think it was Gosen.
Yeah.
It was Gosen. So me, to end it, I'll double down along the same line. Xavi, I think he didn't manage these 2 games very well at all. Like on the break, like they were just too exposed on the break. Forget about highline. It's not everybody can play highline, right? It's not about highline. It's about managing like the transition. He didn't manage the transition well against Inter, and definitely not today. It's just too easy to play through Barcelona. It's just too easy. So I think he gets that donkey. Kudos, somebody I wanted to add. I know I'm adding second one. I call him big game Freddy. Not Freddy United, please. And I'm not talking that one. I'm talking of Freddy Valverde in Madrid. That boy is becoming every big game that Real Madrid has. He turns up. He scores goals. He pretty much is like the right back, the right central midfielder, and the right winger.
And he's a utility player. Like
he plays everything along. The boy has 4 lungs. He's incredible.
Yeah.
I saw his goal. I saw his match, his performance. He was incredible. So,
I missed the Clasico, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Valverde always turns up.
Yeah, he was incredible. So that's where we end the show. Somebody says Cancelo is my donkey of the week. Fair enough. He was really poor today. Fair enough. We're going to end the show. Yeah. Ray, thanks for coming on. Dada, Ola, for everyone in the comments, like keeping us up. Thank you for all the comments, and like, share, subscribe if you're watching, and we're out.
Grab some Pepsi. Grab some Pepsi.
Thank you.
Grab some Pepsi.
Thanks.
Can't wait to see you cry next.